In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to F tier, and we have about 90 to 100 of the best cards currently in My Team. These are going to be the best cards at every single position, point guard through center, on one single tier list, and we'll be ranking of who I think the best cards are right now in My Team. But as you guys probably know, like, all of these cards are really good. None of these cards I'm saying are necessarily bad. So if you see a card in F or D tier, I'm not saying that they're necessarily bad cards. This is just compared to the best cards in this game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my tier list down below in the comment section. And let me know what are some of the best cards currently in my team that you guys are enjoy using. But talking about the first card on the tier list, we got a lot of names to get through, so we're going to try to fly through as fast as possible. And it might seem crazy, but I don't think Hakeem is much higher than C or B tier. He's a good power forward card, so I think we'll start him in B tier, but I would not be surprised if this card drops down to C, because again, there is so many great cards in this game, like Dark Matter Dikembe. But is Dark Matter Dikembe even S tier? He is such a great center card. You gotta remember, there's Invincible Wemby, there's 100 overall Yao Ming. There is so many good centers in this game. I think for now, I could put him S tier because I do think Dikembe is an absolute monster. Like, he is so good at the center or power forward position. 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, really good defender, has an amazing jump shot, great player model, great size, and is also very quick at the power forward position. 91 speed, 93 agility. He's super strong, has a really good player model. I do think Dikembe could be somewhere in S, but I think he'll probably be lower S or maybe even the A tier category. Talking about Dark Matter Brandon Roy, I think this card is really good, but is he much higher than C tier? In my opinion, I'm gonna have to say no. Now, Dark Matter Ben Wallace, I think, is probably on the same ranking as a Hakeem Olajuwon. I think even though he's undersized, only 6'9" at power forward, he's probably a better card than Hakeem. His jump shot is amazing. His defense is better. His player model is actually a little bit bigger in game than 6'9". He looks at least 6'10" in my personal opinion. So I would say Ben Wallace is going to be in B tier for now. Talking about 100 overall MJ, it's going to sound crazy, but I do think he's in A tier. And that's why it's like, I don't know if I want to have Dikembe in A tier, but MJ just can't be S. He's like barely a top 5 point guard in this game anymore. We got 3 like top tier PGs in the game this past weekend. So I think for now, guys, I want to leave the S tier category for like the best cards in this game. And there's like 6 invincibles. That's 6 cards right there that are going to be an S. So for now, I'm going to go these 2 cards in the A tier category. Talking about 100 overall Shaq, again, I feel like A tier seems fair. Now, these cards are still some of the best cards in my team. These are some of the best cards at their position. I think Dikembe is a top 5 center. I think Shaq's a top 5 power forward. But are they the top 3 at their position? I would say no. I don't think any of these cards are top 3. And I kind of want to leave the S tier category for only like the top 3 cards at each position. But Shaq is still really good, has that new jump shot, really good dribble sigs on a Shaq card. And we know with Shaq, he's going to be great defensively with a really good player model. But here's the first card in S. 1000%. It's going to be 100 overall Ben Simmons. He's better than MJ. He's probably not even the best point guard in the game, though. Even though he's 6'10" at the point guard position with a 7-foot wingspan, he's going to be 100 overall. So Ben Simmons has got 99 every single stat damn near. So 99.3 is crazy good on this card. His defense is going to be literally probably the best at the point guard position. His jump shot is actually really good. He's got a good fade. He's got the Kemba escape, the Garland dribble style. That's all you really need on this Ben Simmons card, because he's mainly just going to be running downhill, getting to the basket, and playing extremely good defense. So yeah, Ben Simmons 100% going to be an S tier. Talking about Tari Eason, compared to this list, he's not that great, but is he still a really good free card and a really good Galaxy Opal? 100%, but I do think he's probably going to be an F or the D tier category, but I do think he's a really good option. I think realistically, though, we're going to go in that F tier category. Now, talking about Invincible Jimmy Butler, again, another obvious S tier guy. He's an invincible, perfect dribble sigs, has a really good jump shot, 99 every single stat, 12 legend badges, and that's what I mean. Can I put MJ on the same tier as Jimmy and Ben Simmons at point guard? I just don't think so. I think he's a step below those type of cards at the point guard position. Talking about Vince Carter, really good shooting guard, but is he much higher than C tier? I just don't know. He's a great 100 overall card, so I could probably go B. I do like him more than Brandon Roy. His jump shot can be questionable and kind of inconsistent at times, and I feel like his dribble sigs aren't the best, but he is a 100 overall card with really good defense, so I do think B tier is probably a fair spot for Vince Carter. Amen Thompson, I think personally is really good. Is he A tier? Maybe. Is he high B tier? Kind of in that high B to low A tier ranking. I'm going to go low A tier for Amen Thompson. I think he's a top 5 shooting guard in this game. He's nowhere near S tier, but I also think he's probably a step above a card like Vince Carter at the shooting guard position. Talking about Invincible Wemby, again, these are the type of cards that I'm saving for the S tier, because it's Invincible Victor Wembanyama. this is the best card in the game. 7'4" power forward, 7'8" wingspan. He can obviously play center as well. I mean, this is the most glitchy card that we've gotten all year, with a really good jump shot. The best dribble sigs in this game on a 7'4" card with Pro 2 Fade is unbelievable. Like, he is just, I mean, he's the best card in the game. It's Victor Wembanyama. He's going to be in the S tier category. Now, Donovan Klinging, don't be shocked by his pink diamond, tier. He is like a dark matter. He is easily going to be in B. I think he's a better center card than Hakeem. Maybe Hakeem's a little bit better at power forward because of his strength and just being, more better. Honestly, I don't know. Is Hakeem better at the 4? Because how much speed does Hakeem have? Because Klingen might be a little bit slow for power forward. Hakeem has 90 speed. I think Klingen has 86. But I think overall, they're on the same tier. I think Klingen is really, really good. I think when we're talking about the best cards in this game, I think he's honestly going to be in that B tier category. I would say Giannis also B. Again, that might sound crazy and ridiculous, but you got to remember there is so many great cards in this entire game, and we have so many cards on this list. We have almost 100 cards to rank. So I do think Giannis is going to be in B tier. 100 overall Penny. Like, I can't put 100 overall Penny in the same ranking as Donovan Klinging, can I? So, like, I think Penny's probably going to be low A. I don't think he's that great of a point guard for his price especially, but I do think Penny's still really good. Gonna throw him in the A tier category. Now, Luka. I think Luka's B tier. I don't think he's much better than any of these cards in the B tier category. Like, I don't think he's that great of a point guard for, again, how expensive of a card he is. Now, his Dark Matter is pretty much the exact same card, and I do think the Dark Matter is also going to be in the B tier category. He's still a really good point guard, of course, but I don't think these cards are really necessarily worth their price tag. I think they're both going to be in B tier. 100 overall Yao. Again, this is the S tier card. This is the card that's probably the second best center in this game, right after Victor Wembanyama. His speed is insane on that card at 7'6" at center. I mean, he's not a Wemby stopper, but he's probably the closest thing to guarding Wembanyama, and vice versa. Wemby's probably the closest thing to guarding Yao Ming, but both those cards are like seriously unguardable and easily the two top centers in this game and two of the top tier cards in the entire game. Talking about Joel Embiid, you guys know he's on that same ranking as Hakeem. They're pretty much the exact same card. Dark Matter LaMelo, call me crazy, he's D tier. He's just not that great of a card. Again, compared to the best cards in this game, is he still a really usable, good point guard? Yes, but is he the best point guard in this game? Anywhere near it? Absolutely no. I do think he's going to be in D tier. Now we got Invincible Dr. J. Again, another obvious S tier. All the Invincibles are going to be in S. They have perfect dribble sigs, maxed out stats. They have 12 legend badges with all really good jump shots, Pro 2 Fade. All of them are going to be in S tier. Like, all the Invincibles will be in the S tier category. They're the best cards in this game as of right now. Dr. J is definitely one of the best shooting guards in my team. Now looking at Peja Stojakovic, I do think he's really good. Again, can you go A tier for Peja? You could, but I do think Amen Thompson's a little bit better at shooting guard. I do think Peja is probably one of the better cards in A. He's got a really good jump shot. He's 6'10" at shooting guard. I do absolutely love Peja Stojakovic. Now, again, Invincible Jokic. This is the S tier card. That's why I just don't know if I want to put MJ and those type of cards in S, because it's like, he's not on the same level as Jokic. Jokic is 6'11" at point guard with a great jump shot, perfect dribble sigs. MJ's not on that ranking. Penny Hardaway's not on that ranking. They're just not. As good as these cards are, and they're definitely A tier, they're not S. S is safe for like the best of the best, and that's definitely Nikola Jokic. I mean, a 6'11" point guard with a 7'3" wingspan in May is kind of ridiculous. With perfect stats and perfect dribble sigs and everything is unbelievable for Jokic. He's easily going to be an S tier. Brandon Ingram, he's okay. I think he's C tier for me. He's just a good 6'10" shooting guard with a decent jump shot. Josh Giddey, I do like Josh Giddey. I would throw him in B tier. I think he's a good point guard. Honestly, he might be better than Luka Doncic in my opinion. He's taller. He plays better defense in game. His jump shot's not that much worse, and his dribble sigs are probably better. His dribble sigs are definitely better. The Luka jump shots, I would say, better in my opinion. But Luka and Josh Giddey, I think, are on the same tier in that B tier category. Ron Artest, I would say, is C tier. He's still a really good defensive shooting guard. I do like the card's jump shot, but he's not like the best shooting guard in my team anymore. So I do think he's going to be in C. Dark Matter Kareem is a hard one to rank, but I think you still have to go low A tier. He's not Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo is better than this card, but like, this is going to happen. A card like Dikembe is better than Kareem, but I think they're on the same tier because there's so many cards to rank that I can't have, Kareem and B, because then I got to move like Hakeem and Embiid down to C. Then I got to move like, you know what I mean? So I feel like Kareem is probably going to be an A tier. He's still a really good defensive big, and he's still one of the best bigs in my team. Talking about 100 overall Chris Webber, I think he's also got to be an A tier. He still has a really good jump shot. He still has really good dribble sigs, and he's still a 100 overall card that has good height at the small forward position. Talking about Kevin Love, this is probably a D to C tier card. I mean, his jump shot's really good, but he's only 6'8" at power forward, and he doesn't play as good a defense as Ben Wallace. I think I think C tier is probably fair for Kevin Love. AK-47, he seems like a good B tier card to me. Has a really good jump shot, plays great defense, one of the best defensive cards in this game, but I do think he's going to be in B tier. Ray Allen, probably one of the worst cards on this list. He's going to be in F tier. Talking about Dark Matter Marcus All, he's a really good power forward. Is he A? I just don't think he's on the same level as a Dikembe Mutombo, as a Kareem. So I do think he's going to be that step below in the B tier category. Talking about Luol Deng, he feels like another, just really solid B tier card. Great defender, good jump shot. They changed his release to Donovan Mitchell base with the Oscar Robertson upper. Taking a look at Manu Ginobili, he's a great point guard. Is he any higher than C tier? I would probably go like high C tier to low B tier for Manu. I do think Manu's really good, but I think he's going to be in that C tier category. Adam Morrison for me is going to be in D tier. I don't think he's like the worst card in this game. Kind of like LaMelo, I don't think he's in F tier, but I also don't think he's anything really that amazing in my personal opinion. Chris Bosh, he seems like B tier to me. He's a good power forward. He's got a good jump shot, but he really isn't anything too spectacular. Talking about Dark Matter Alex Sarr and Dark Matter Chet, to me, they're pretty much the exact same card, and they're both going to be in B tier. Good defensive cards. They get really good animations in game. They get a lot of blocks, but again, they're not these top tier power forwards in my team, like a Kareem or a Dikembe Mutombo. Talking about Tyler Hansbrough, he feels like C tier to me. He's got a really good jump shot. He's good defensively, 6'9" at small forward with really good defensive stats and badges. I do think he's going to be in C tier. LeBron at this stage in the game is like B tier at the highest, but honestly, you could probably throw LeBron in C tier. He needs a new card. He needs his invincible, but I'm gonna throw LeBron in the low B tier category. Alex English is horrible. Honestly, that card is dog shit. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, he's gonna be an F tier. Yeah, Alex Opedino is solid. I think he's C tier. He's a good little power forward card, plays good defense. Cade realistically is high B tier to low A. I think Cade is good. Maybe you could go low A tier for Cade. I think he's probably on the same ranking as Penny, maybe a little bit worse, a little bit better. So we'll go low A tier for Cade. Beasley, this is a card that it sounds so crazy to put him in A tier, but I think he's A. He's really, really good offensively. He's got an amazing jump shot, and he's probably one of the best cards in A. But if we're gonna have cards like Shaq and Dikembe and MJ in the A tier category, I don't think we could put Beasley any higher than those cards, and he's not on the same ranking as these monsters in the S tier category. Talking about Kawhi Leonard, he's also A. In my opinion, he's kind of on that same ranking as Amen Thompson. They're both really good at shooting guard for being dark matters. Kawhi's better defensively, but Amen Thompson to me is a lot better offensively, but Kawhi's still a really, really good player, and I do think he's going to be an A tier. 100 overall Tatum, he's not like the worst of the worst, but he's also not that good. Going to throw Jason Tatum in D tier. Josh Smith, I think, is good. I think he's kind of just LeBron with a better jump shot, so I do think he's going to be at least a B tier. 100 overall Tim Duncan is B. His Pro Pass card will most likely be in the A or S tier category. But yeah, I don't think the free version of Tim Duncan is much higher than B tier. Miles Turner on the same ranking as Dino Raja. They got good jump shots. They're good defensively, especially Miles Turner. But they're not like any power forwards like Chet, Sarr, Embiid, Hakeem at the power forward position. Talking about 100 overall Dirk. This card is really good, but I don't know if he's A. I think he's really, really amazing at power forward. He's got a great jump shot with the Tyler Smith base, but I don't think you can put this card any higher than the B tier category. Sengun, to me, he's like a step below those top tier power forwards like Sarr, Chet, Dirk. So I do think Sengun is good, but I think realistically he's going to be in C tier. Roy Hibbert, honestly, D tier. His jump shot is not that great, but he is really good defensively. He's a great card, but I don't think he's as good as these cards in C tier. Gary Payton is probably C tier as well. He's like a Manu Ginobili level of point guard in my opinion. 100 overall James Harden, I'll go low B tier. He's really good offensively. That Garland dribble style does help this card out a ton. Also getting those defensive stats and badges improvements is huge for Harden, and I think B tier is a fair spot for him at the point guard position. D-Rob I think is also B tier. He's another power forward like Chet, Sarr. He's really good defensively, but his jump shot is not like the best this year. Clyde Drexler is good, but he's not insane. I think he's still got to be B tier though in my opinion. Now the 100 overall Pro Pass Tim Duncan is a card that I could consider being an S because his jump shot is amazing. His dribble sigs are really good. He's a better power forward to me than Kareem. He's a better power forward to me than Dikembe. I think Dikembe is a much better center card, but I think Tim Duncan in S tier makes sense to me personally. Dennis Rodman, honestly, his jump shot's not great, but his defense is really good. So I do think he's going to be in C tier. Zach LaVine feels like a D tier card. He's really good offensively. I like his jump shot, but he's not the best defender in this world. 100 overall Shea, another card that I think definitely could be debated for S, but I think for now he's going to be in very high A tier. Again, is he on the same level as Jokic, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler? No, all three of those cards are much better at the point guard position, so I do think Shea for now at least is going to be an A tier. Talking about Blake Griffin, he's a great small forward card. I think he's probably like either high B tier or low A. I'll probably go high B tier for Blake. Not a huge fan of his jump shot. Galaxy Wemby, it's going to sound crazy to say, but I don't think he's S tier anymore because of the lack of speed, the lack of strength at the center position. I do think a card like Dikembe is better at center and can also play power forward, but it's very close between Wemby and Dikembe. I do think Wemby is still one of the best cards in my team because of his jump shot being uncontestable and obviously 7'4" at the center position. Talking about Moses Malone, I mean, realistically, he's probably what, like C tier for Moses Malone. Jerry Stackhouse to me is C tier. I'm not a huge fan of this card's jump shot, and I think he's just a kind of overall decent card. Talking about Jason Kidd, I love Jason Kidd at point guard. I don't know if you could go any higher than, you know what, call me crazy, I'm going Jason Kidd in A tier. I love this card on the no money spent. He is so good. I do think his jump shot is one of the best in this game. Talking about James Worthy, he feels like just a solid B tier, 100 overall, just like Clyde Drexler. Kristaps, I think you got to go A. He's still a 7'2" power forward. He's still better than Dirk in my personal opinion with a really good jump shot, and he plays great defense, obviously because they're 100 overall cards. Talking about Andre Drummond, this card's jump shot is very, very mid, but he does play really good defense, and I think he's going to be in C tier. Tim Thomas, a great offensive small forward, 6'10", with a really good jump shot. I just don't know if you could go any higher than B tier. He's just not on the same level as the small forwards like Chris Webber, in my opinion, in the A tier category. Talking about Invincible Giannis, again, this is the cards that we're saving for the S tier category, and Invincible Giannis is easily going to be an S. One of the best cards in my team. His jump shot is great. They changed his dribble sigs to make him move like crazy. He's got the best dribble sigs in this game, obviously because he's a 100 overall card, and yeah, he's easily going to be an S tier. Talking about Danny Granger, kind of mid in my opinion. Realistically, gonna throw Danny Granger in like in D tier. Talking about 100 overall Chet, he's pretty much just a slightly better version of his Dark Matter. So I do think both those cards are going to be in B tier. 100 overall Paulo, I really like at small forward. This might be a little bit of a shocker to people, but I love Paulo. I think he's A tier. I think he's better than Tim Thomas. I think he's better than AK. Those type of cards at small forward, Giannis, those type of cards that I have in the A tier category. So I'm going to go, or B tier category. I'm going to go Paulo in A. I do think he's very underrated at the small forward position. Terry Dishinger, he's C tier, maybe B. He's probably like low B tier because of his height. Patrick Ewing, this card is not good because of his jump shot. Gonna throw him in D tier. Magic is good because of his height, but doesn't have a great release. I think Magic to me realistically is going to be in C tier. James Jones is a good card, but I don't think you could go any higher than C. Maybe you honestly go D tier. Yeah, probably like D to C. I'm gonna go D tier for James Jones. Dark Matter Dr. J, I would say is still B tier. He's got a really good jump shot. He still plays great defense, and I do think he's a B tier card. Invincible Kevin Durant, I mean, he's an invincible. He's 6'10" at shooting guard, 7'5" wingspan with an amazing jump shot. The best dribble six in this game. He's another invincible. He's easily going in S tier. Talking about Dark Matter Mark Eden, he feels like a very solid A tier card. In my opinion, he's like as good as Dikembe at center, but Dikembe is a lot better at the power forward position. He's kind of on that same ranking as like a Wemby at center. He's really good defensively. He's 7'4" with one of the best player models in this game. But again, I don't think you could put him in S tier with the god type of bigs that we have. Talking about 100 overall T-Mac, another A tier card that again, I think very easily could be argued as a S tier guy, but I just don't think he's as good as Dr. J, as good as Kevin Durant at the shooting guard position. Klay Thompson is good. He feels like a B tier in my opinion. Also, Nick Young, I think is probably going to be in, I would say like high C tier for Nick Young. He's got a really good jump shot. He's great offensively, but the defense is quite lackluster when we're talking about the best cards in this game. Devin Booker, he's on that same ranking as Luka. I think I just moved. Did I just move somebody into B tier that wasn't supposed to be there? I don't know if I did, but Devin Booker, I think is going to be in B tier. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's good at power forward. I think for me, though, he's going to be in C tier. Curry, realistically, going to be an F. Ant, realistically, going to be an F. Scottie Pippen is D tier to me. I think Bargnani is good at power forward. I think Bargnani is actually going to be in B tier. Michael Beasley, even though it's his pink diamond card, I still think he's great at the small forward position. I still think he's going to be a very easy B tier card. I think Anthony Davis is also going to be in B tier. He's good defensively, but wish they did change his jump shot. Carmelo Anthony to me is also going to be in B tier. Very high B tier. I think he's got a great jump shot with a really good dribble sigs, but I think he could be better all the way around. Gordon Hayward, he's going to be in D tier. Oscar, probably going to be in B tier. Bull, probably going to be in B tier. I know he's 7'3" at power forward, but I just do not like that card's jump shot. Trevor Booker is actually really good. I do think he's probably, Trevor Booker's a hard one to rank. You know what, he's really good. I'm going to go low B tier for Trevor Booker. I think Castle is probably also B tier, really good defensively with a good jump shot. Dark Matter Zach Edey, I feel like you have to put this card in A, just because of his size. He's just like another Mark Eden at the center position. And then the final card, guys, on this best cards tier list is going to be 100 overall Wilt, who I feel like you have to put in S. Now, I want to say, guys, I understand that a lot of people are going to be saying there should be more cards in S. And I can understand that argument if you wanted to put a Shaq, or you wanted to put an MJ or a Shea or a Beasley, right? Or any other card in A tier. I could understand those cards being in S, but I wanted to save the S tier category for my personal tier list to be the best of the best. We have Wemby, Jokic, Ben Simmons, Jimmy, Dr. J, Yao, Tim Duncan, Giannis, KD, and Wilt. Those are like top 2 to 3 best cards at each position, right? Yao and Wemby, 2 best centers in this game. Jokic, Ben Simmons, Jimmy, top 3 point guards. You know, Dr. J, KD, top 2 shooting guards. Giannis, the best small forward in this game. Will, Tim Duncan, 2 of the best power forwards in this game, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to save the S tier category for. But all these cards in A tier, I could understand if you wanted to put a lot of these guys in S tier. But yeah, let me know what you guys do think about my tier list down below. I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with a lot of my rankings, but especially having cards like Shea, MJ, Jack, Beasley, those type of top tier cards, or Dikembe even only in the A tier category. I can understand that, but let me know what you guys think about my overall card tier list. Again, we had like almost 100 cards to rank, so there's going to be a lot of cards in each tier. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would change about it, and let me know who you guys think are the best cards right now in my team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.